Now, let's have a look at a little thing that happened, I think, towards the end of the second half that came into onto our vision, actually, on the screens. Lucas Perez refusing to warm up, and there was a little conversation with him as well, between him and the coach as well. Is this allowed? Can he say no?
Well, our understanding is that Pellegrini wanted him to warm up to go on, and he's basically declined and said, no, I'm not warming up, I'm not going on. We need clarification on that because we don't have total clarification. But if that is the case, then in my opinion, the player is out of order. Totally you cannot do that. You know, you're part of a team, you're part of a club, and if to honour your contract, you have to do what the coach says. You have to go on if he wants you to go on and play, and you have to give of your best. So there's an argument, in my opinion, Kevin, he's in breach of his contract.
He's in breach of contract. I think that's if it is the case and he's refused to go, I think that's absolutely disgraceful.
Yeah,
it really is.
Yeah. I've been a substitute in the past, and you know there's 2 minutes left in the game, and the manager says you're going on. You know you're probably not even going to get a touch of the ball. Yeah. In all honesty, but it's to run the clock down a little bit, so you have to do it for your team. You don't really want to, but actually you have no choice. That is your job. It's your obligation.
For me as well, Gary. Look, West Ham have been in a precarious position.
Yeah,
and everybody's got to fight for each other. So if he asks you to come in and do a job, you get on that pitch and you do the job because you need the points.
Yeah.
So to actually refuse to actually come on the pitch, I think is disgusting. And I hate this about modern football. I don't think that happened when we played, and I don't want to make it seem like, you know, we were better than them. But this is the type of thing that comes in. How could you refuse to come on the football pitch? It's ridiculous.
What has changed between the times that now that you can
power.
say no?
It's all down to player power. You know, historically the club and the manager have been in charge. Now the player has become king. Simple as that. The player or the power is with the players.
Well, I hope West Ham push some power back on him because he's got to be fined. He's got to have a spell with the reserves or whatever because that behaviour. I mean, they've had problems previously with Payet, didn't they?
Yeah.
Gus Payet. But this is not good. So I hope they throw the book at him.
Gary, how would you deal with the situation then if you were Pellegrini and a player said no to you?
Well, I think you have to go through the correct channels, and I think the correct channels are to report it to the higher level within the club, the chief executive, and I think the club make the decision to apply the maximum penalty, which I understand is 2 weeks' salary as a fine. I think there's a consideration that you might say, we don't want to see you in at this club for the next week. Go away, have a think about it, and decide if you want to play for this club or not.
Kevin, same sentiments to you? You feel very strongly about this, don't you?
Yeah, I do feel very strongly about it because, you know, there's a lot of young players at West Ham who would have loved to be on that bench and would have loved the manager to say, you know, go and warm up at Goodison Park. You're winning the game. They would have been buzzing about that. But now, no, here's a player, prima donna, as far as I'm concerned, being asked to come on the pitch, and he's refusing. I just think that's a total disgrace. Throw the book at him as much as you can. And you're right, Gary, work out if he wants to play for this club or not. Because if he don't, he sits there and rots a little bit, and then in January he can go.
Yeah. Based on his actions, and again, you know, we don't know all the circumstances, so we have to be careful. But based on his actions, he's said he doesn't want to play for West Ham. So why do you, as a head coach or a club, want a player that doesn't want to play for you? I would get him out.